On stop and frisk in New York City, saying deep pockets are not the answer to unseating the president.
Regardless of how much money a multi-billionaire candidate is willing to spend on his election, we will not create the energy and excitement we need to defeat Donald Trump.
Sanders campaigns today in Denver. With 70 new coronavirus cases confirmed aboard the cruise ship Diamond Princess, docked in Yokohama, Japan, some American passengers are being allowed to disembark, board buses, and head for a charter flight bound for the U.S. BBC correspondent Rupert Wingfield-Hayes dockside in Yokohama.
I think it's very clear from the statement put out by the U.S. government that they do not, or at least they are very concerned that the quarantine going on board the Diamond Princess behind me here, that's been going on for the last 12 days, is perhaps not working, and that the coronavirus is still spreading around that ship.
At least 355 confirmed cases among those aboard. National Basketball Association Commissioner Adam Silver at NBA weekend festivities in Chicago says the league's All-Star MVP award is being renamed the Kobe Bryant MVP Award.
I know it'll be especially meaningful to that player that wins the first Kobe Bryant MVP.
The NBA All-Star Game tonight. Britain being battered by a major winter storm with brutal winds, including a red warning alert for life-threatening flooding in South Wales. Forecasters calling for up to 5.5 inches of rain in South Wales. This is CBS News.
Why settle for average? With Capital One, you can open an account with a savings rate 5 times the national average. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-345-2789. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-345-2789. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-345-2789. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-345-2789. 800-345-2789.
It is a common problem, but one state is having a lot of trouble recruiting volunteers to staff fire departments. CBS's Bud Michigan.
Nolensville, Tennessee is a small town just south of Nashville. It has an issue that is felt in small towns throughout Tennessee and perhaps the entire country, making sure that when you call your local fire station, someone is there to answer. More than 70% of Tennessee fire halls are staffed by volunteers, and they're harder to recruit because people are working longer hours and more families have 2 incomes. Fire Chief Adam Spencer says more stipends for volunteers or perhaps a paid staff would certainly help.
Nobody's making a profit here. Nobody's really making a paycheck. We're paying to keep the lights on so that we can answer your calls when you call 911.
Bud Michigan, CBS News.
Iranian President Hassan Rouhani says his government will never hold talks with the U.S. under pressure. He told reporters maximum pressure toward Iran is doomed to failure. Gary Nunn, CBS News.
This is Southern California's only 24-hour local news. The traffic station KNX in 70 News Radio. I'm Rob Archer. Top local stories at 8:05. 4 wrong-way drivers on SoCal freeways lead to 4 separate crashes, 3 of them fatal. And Santa Monica police checking out a report of a sexually explicit video shot at a city library. But first, traffic and weather together every 10 minutes at the 5's. Here's Jeff Biggs.
Well, we can tell you one of those fatal accidents was in the Sepulveda Pass on the 405 northbound at Getty Center Drive. It took about 4 hours plus to get it wrapped up, but some good news, you are all clear. All lanes are now open on the northbound 405 through the Sepulveda Pass. Again, this was due to that earlier fatal crash. They had one lane open for several hours, but that has been cleared, so you're moving again on that northbound 405. Santa Clarita, 14 northbound at Escondido Canyon Road. The solo car spin out. The car there flipped over multiple times and is currently blocking the right 2 lanes. And then in Sylmar on the 5 northbound, just before Roxford, reports of hay bales blocking the carpool and the fast lane. Still have the other signal alert going on in Monrovia, 210 eastbound before Huntington Drive. This was another fatal crash that was caused by a wrong-way driver. Only the right lane is open, has been open for a few hours now. And the other lanes are scheduled to be closed until 9, so another hour or so. Plus, both on-ramps at Huntington to the eastbound 210 are currently closed. And then finally, Westminster, southbound 405 at Bolsa Chica Road. This is a solo car spin-out blocking the slow lane. Your next report coming up at 8:15. I'm Jeff Biggs with more traffic reports more often. KNX 1070 News Radio.
Sunny and windy today, highs in the 60s and 70s, lows tonight 40s, partly cloudy and windy tomorrow with highs in the mid-70s. Your exclusive 5-day forecast coming up at 8:15. Currently it's 50 degrees in Burbank, 52 in Torrance, 52 in Anaheim at 8:07. An unusually dangerous morning on Southern California freeways. 4 crashes involving wrong-way drivers. 3 people killed on the 405 just north of Getty Center Drive in the Sepulveda Pass. Pickup truck slammed head-on into a Jaguar. The CHP's Sergeant John Richwine says the pickup driver had been driving southbound in the northbound lanes for miles before the crash.
We believe that the vehicle traveling the wrong way was at, 65 to 75 miles per hour, and the collision occurred probably at, freeway speeds. So major damage.
The driver of the Jaguar was killed. The driver of the pickup was not hurt, but is suspected of driving under the influence. The freeway lanes have been closed since 2:30 this morning, but they're open now. A tragic crash in Westwood, actually just one of 3 overnight wrong-way accidents across Southern California, including another one that also ended in death. That crash happened about 4:40 a.m. on the eastbound 210 in Monrovia, where a person was killed when a car that was speeding the wrong way slammed into another vehicle just east of Huntington Drive. Not too long before that, a Honda smashed into a pickup truck in a wrong-way crash on the eastbound 105 near South Vermont Avenue in South LA. There's no word yet on any injuries in that collision. A porn video that was shot in Santa Monica and then uploaded to the internet is causing a lot of outrage because part of it was actually recorded inside the city's Ocean Park Library while it was open to the public. In an exclusive report on that story, CBS 2's Christy Fajardo says the people in the video clearly knew they shouldn't be doing what they were doing in a place where regular library patrons, including children, could have seen them.
The woman in the video walks into the library, apparently during business hours, and shoots the video, all while talking about not getting caught.
The woman who lives near the library really upset about what happened, hopes authorities will track down the people who made the video.
God forbid a child walked in the library and walked right in on the middle of it. That's my biggest concern. Children don't need to be exposed to this. If you want to do porn, stick to the hotels.
Santa Monica police say they are aware of it and looking into the situation. Friends and neighbors have held a candlelight vigil for a Sun Valley teenager who was shot to death at a house party in the North San Fernando Valley. Christian Camacho and 2 others were shot Friday night when several people crashed the party and then got into an argument with people inside the home. One witness heard 10 shots. The other 2 victims have non-life-threatening wounds. At the vigil last night, Maribel Rincon told CBS 2 Camacho had been helping his mom raise his 2 younger brothers after the recent death of their father.
Just to know, like, he's not gonna be here